Team Fortress has a lot of different game modes to choose from. You can go up to Find a Game and then Casual to choose any game mode and map you want. Some of these game modes you may be familiar with, as they're quite common in other games, like Capture the Flag or Payload. Other game modes, though, are quite unique and different and aren't seen much in other games. The first game mode is Attack Defend. The game mode's quite simple, and as the name suggests, one team attacks while the other defends. Typically in TF2, red team always defends while blue attacks. Most game modes, including Attack Defend, has a setup timer before the round starts. This allows red team to set up their defenses and positions before blue team attacks. In Attack Defend, there's 2 or 3 control points. Blue must capture the first one and then advance to the next one before the timer runs out. If they capture all control points before time runs out, they win. But if blue team doesn't capture all control points before the timer runs out, red team wins. Capture the Flag is a game mode everyone knows about. In CTF, there's no round timer and no setup timer. This allows CTF maps to be much more focused on team deathmatches rather than team-focused assaults on enemy points. In CTF, both teams have a flag in their base, and both teams must capture the other team's flag 3 times before the other team to win. Control Points is a unique game mode also called 5CP. 5CP maps typically have 5 control points, but in some cases they have 3. In order for either of the teams to win, they have to control all 5 or 3 control points. When the round starts, each team already has the first 1 or 2 points already capped, but the middle point is uncapped. Whoever captures mid moves on to their team's second point, and then after that to the team's last point. The other team can counterattack though and take back a control point they lost and push to your mid, second, or last. 5CP is a very dynamic game mode with matches that can last a very long time, since both teams can just go back and forth capturing each other's control points. The last core game mode is a favorite among many TF2 players, Payload. Payload maps are usually much longer maps where blue team pushes a bomb cart to red team's last point. The various checkpoints in each payload maps, when capped, reward blue team with extra time to cap the cart to the next checkpoint. If blue team caps the last point, they win, but if red team successfully defends long enough for time to run out, they win. Payload is a much more team-enforced game mode, like Attack Defend, but the gameplay is focused around the bomb, which moves throughout the map. Payload maps also have a setup time, so red team has time to set up their defenses. Moving into the alternative game modes, we arrive at Payload Race, another very unique game mode. Payload Race, or PLR, is a game mode with 2 carts. Depending on the map, there will be setup time for both teams. When setup is over and the game starts, both teams have to push the cart from their base to the enemy base. Whoever captures the cart first wins. 2 of the maps, Pipeline and Nightfall, are more team-balanced maps, while Banana Bay and Hightower are much more focused on team deathmatches. The Misc section is for other various maps that don't really fit anywhere else. 2 Fort Invasion is a CTF map included in the Invasion update. Doomsday is basically a one flag capture the flag game mode where both teams have to capture a flag and take it to the rocket. Probed is another Invasion themed map, this time a Koth map. Watergate is a game mode called Player Destruction, basically just a team deathmatch game mode. You kill other players to collect beer bottles, then when the alien saucer arrives, you float in the beam to deposit points. Whoever gets the most points by the end wins. DeGroot Keep is a unique game mode called Medieval Mode. In Medieval Mode, every class is locked to only melee weapons, with exceptions like bows and arrows and crossbows. Hydro is a weird map with an even weirder game mode called Territorial Control. In TC, there are 4 playable maps, and in each map there is 2 control points. Whoever has both points captured moves on to the next map, where it's done again. Whoever controls all 4 maps by the end wins. Snowplow is an Attack Defend map added with the End of the Line update. However, there is a train that moves along with the control points when captured. Mannpower is a very strange game mode where existing maps are turned into CDF maps. Then, every player is given a grappling hook, and there are power-ups all around the map. Lastly, Pastime is another odd game mode where each team has to score points with the Pastime Ball, or Jack. It's basically just rugby, but with guns.